Mike, it's always a pleasure to have racing's royalty. I know you don't. You're gonna blush a little bit, but you know you're a legend, and we're glad to have you.
Hey, it's great to be here, and good to get to talk to you, JK. It's been too long.
It has been a while. I feel like I used to see you. It felt like every other week at Keeneland somehow in the bluegrass room up there, but life has changed a little bit, and so we'll have to settle for this little Zoom call. Mike, I wanted to talk with you a little bit about sovereignty. You've been around a lot of Kentucky Derby winners in your time as a professional horse player and watching lots of Derby horses. And the one thing I'll say about sovereignty is I was so impressed by his comeback race in the Fountain of Youth. Excuse me, in the not in the Fountain of Youth, in the Fountain of Youth, excuse me, that I was excited about the next step he was going to take in the Florida Derby. And I just thought it was kind of
I'm going to give him an excuse for that last race. I thought the track was a little speed favoring at routes that day. So I believe don't hold me to this, but I think maybe the exacta in the other route races was horses that laid 1, 2, 3 in both those races. So he got in a little trouble on the first turn. I thought he ran on well, finished well, didn't give any ground to Tappan Street down the lane. I didn't downgrade him after the Florida Derby. Still think he's a nice, solid horse with a good finish.
Want to let folks know this video brought to you by our friends at TwinSpires.com. The Kentucky Derby Betting Challenge coming up on Derby Day. You can qualify all month long. TwinSpires.com. Navigate over to that tournaments tab. Get involved with horse racing's latest major tournament.
With your experience in dealing with Bill Mott, the profile of this horse, right? Having a nice 2-year-old year, coming back, running extremely well. And then, basically to your point, maybe even running just the same race he ran off of that long layoff. What would be your kind of feel for what you'd expect from a Bill Mott trained horse like this in his third start off a layoff?
I think Sovereignty will move forward. Mott is great at, like you guys always say, Mott with a target, and it just looked to me like he's bringing this horse along and trying to let him develop, and the screws didn't look completely tight to me last time. So, I think you're going to get another move forward. In those races, I noticed that Burnham Square came out of the Fountain of Youth and improved that figure by 5 points when he came back and won an average or below average bluegrass. I know that, but the races are holding up all right. The Florida prep races and everything that I'm seeing, I'm expecting Sovereignty to run his race in the Derby and improve.
Well, Mike, I appreciate you telling us about Sovereignty. I'd be doing the listeners a disservice if I had you on here and didn't ask you who you actually fully liked in the Kentucky Derby. Do you have any thoughts, strong opinions or just opinions?
I have a strong opinion. I really like journalism, and I hate to be a chalk-eating weasel in the Derby, but there's a lot of that's the race every year that even if the horse is a favorite, you can do a lot of damage with a favorite if you're locked in. And to me, he looks like the best horse. I love the way he's coming into the race. I think he's met decent horses, and Michael McCarthy, the time just kind of feels right. I can totally picture him getting the job done with this horse.
Mike, it's always an absolute pleasure. We'll see you soon.
All right, you too.